Dust. And if you read the title of this video correctly, you're gonna see why I don't want this champion, but we're gonna get into that a little bit later. She has bleed immunity, poison immunity, shock immunity, and steadfast. And I'm just gonna say it, she's a good champion, but I got some things I gotta talk about when it comes to dealing with Dust. But let's talk about a combo first. Her combo, pretty easy to learn and pretty easy to play. I didn't have any issues with it. She has a lot going on with her animations, as you can see right here, but they look great. Her animations are really well done. She does a lot of damage. Her ramp up is quite easy, especially against skill champions. She's gonna dominate the skill class, in my opinion, but that's not all she brings to the table. She does come with a few issues that I didn't like, but I'm gonna say that for the my overall thoughts on her. But she has a nice, heavy, great specials, and her animations are great. Let's talk about her immunities. Her immunities, as being made of sand, she's immune to bleed, which can come in handy right here against Morningstar. She's also immune to poison, so right there you have the damage mastery. She is great with the damage mastery. I don't think she has a way to heal, but I mean, you know, you should run willpower, of course. And another one of her immunities is shock. She's immune to shock. So right there, 3 great immunities: immunity to bleed, poison, and shock. You can't go wrong with those 3. And another one of her great strength is condensed and powerful specials. After some ramp, Dust can throw numerous specials sequentially, especially with a powerful stun or SP2 and combined with a striker. So yes, as you can see right here with that striker and an SP2 stun, she will dominate the fight. Another one of her strength is Purify Punishment. Dust is one of the best Purify Punishers in the game, with devastating damage against skill champions with a ton of Purify. So Kingpin, Agent Venom, she's going to dominate those champions because they love the Purify, and she punishes the Purify. But let's talk about her weaknesses. One of her weaknesses is Incinerate and Plasma. Dust's defensive threat relies on her entering Sandstorm by inflicting 4 sand debuffs. Inflicting her with Incinerate and Plasma effects will remove sand debuffs with debuffs before they can get out of hand. So if you have sand, or I mean you have incinerates or plasma, you're gonna see that those are great counters for her. Also, another one of her weaknesses is ramp time. In order to do meaningful damage, Dust needs to ramp up and build a ton of sand before spinning up a sandstorm. If you cannot find the time to ramp her up, you may struggle to take down your opponents. So yeah, and that's another one of her weaknesses. She doesn't really counter unstoppable or evade or miss or any of those kind of mechanics. So if you got those champions that have those abilities, you can easily counter her, in my opinion. So yeah, she does have a few weaknesses, in my opinion. Also, physical damage negation. All of Dust's damage is physical. If she matches up against characters with a ton of physical resistances or a way to negate physical damage, she can struggle to deal damage. So right here against Absman, she's going to struggle because he has a lot of physical resistance in his Uru form, and one of her abilities is physical damage. So keep that in mind when playing her, that she doesn't really deal well with physical damage. And right here, let's talk about her Awaken ability. Her Awaken ability is really unique, in my opinion. I kind of like it. When either champion, this is for her Awaken ability, she's at Sig 1. When either champion combo meter reaches a multiple 10, Dust has a 100% chance to inflict a sand debuff for 6 seconds, so not that bad. When fighting against skill champions and while Sandstorm is active, Dust gains a steadfast passive, so she can block the unblockable, which not many champions can do with that. And it lasts as long as her Sandstorm lasts, so the higher the Sig, the better. And also, whenever Dust prevents a bleed effect via immunity, there's a 100% chance to inflict 1 sand debuff on the opponent for 6 seconds. So very, very nice in my opinion. Now, I don't know if I would use a generic Awakening Gem on her or put Sig Stones into her, but definitely just Sig 1, I think she's good. Of course, the higher the Sig, the better. Her prestige is 18,260, so not bad prestige, but again, I wouldn't use a generic Awakening Gem on her or put any generic Sig Stones into her. I would just try to dupe her naturally. I think she's okay. I think Sig 1 is fine in my opinion, but I wouldn't use a generic gem on her. But that's me. Let's talk about her synergies. Well, she had a synergy with Kamala Khan. After spinning up a sandstorm, Dust's next special attack is passively unblockable, so not bad. And she also has a synergy with Jubilee. Whenever the opponent activates a Purify, there's a 35% chance to inflict 1 sand passive. So those synergies, not that bad. I don't think I will be ranking up Miss Marvel or Jubilee to use those synergies. With Miss Marvel, when the Kamala Khan opponent immunity is triggered, she gains a Fury buff, increasing her attack rating by 15% for 5 seconds. Max stack 3. When Jubilee, opponent purifies debuff, pause the current fireworks surge for 3.5 seconds. So again, those are okay synergies. Again, I wouldn't rank them up or invest anything into those synergies, but that's me. Maybe you like them. She also has a synergy with Wolverine X 23. Striking an unstoppable opponent with Sandstorm is active, grants a Dust personal prowess passive. So, okay. And then she has the other synergies, plus 4% attack rating for each unique synergies champion on the team, and game plus 130 armor rating. So again, okay synergies. Wouldn't really invest in them in my opinion, but they're okay. Let's talk about her on defense. And this is where I say I don't want her as a champion. She's not a bad champion. I think she's a very good champion. I want to say that first and foremost. She's a good champion. And if it wasn't for this issue, then I would definitely want her. But one thing about her, when you ramp her up or throw her SP2, the game gets choppy. It throws off your parry timing. Look at the choppiness right here. Like, that's not something I want to deal with. And because of that, I don't want her, because dealing with this is going to be annoying, especially in Battlegrounds. Now, if you want her to be a menace on defense, get her for that. But look at how choppy the game gets when playing against her. Now, it wasn't that way with every champion, but when she throws her specials, the game has a chance to get choppy. It will throw off your parry timing and be an issue when you're trying to play against her or with her. But yeah, that's why I don't want her as a champion, because those issues right there. She definitely messes up the game. Now, you can go in with the regular nukes if it wasn't for those issues. Like, Kitty destroys her, Hercules can destroy her, and so can Torch, but she makes the game very choppy. And that's just me being honest. Overall, again, she's a good champion, but her animations will definitely throw you off because of how choppy it gets when playing with her or against her. So keep that in mind. Buyer beware. Like, you're going to have some issues with lagging and stuff. So I want you to be aware. Let's talk about Relics. I didn't really find many good relics for her, but I think the Gambit relic is okay with her because it increases, makes certain debuffs last longer, or I'm not exactly sure. But with the striker, overall, just having a striker on her allows you to, you know, make the stuns or throw her specials sequentially. So that's why I would equip a relic with her. Let's talk about Masteries. One of the masteries that she's good with is Liquid Courage and Double Edge. These two recoil masteries are incredibly powerful with Dust, as she immediately removes both bleed and poison effects via immunity. So keep that in mind. And also Resonate. I haven't seen many people use this mastery in ever, but Dust excels the most when fighting skill champions with a ton of Purify in their kit. So Kingpin, Agent Venom, Crossbones. Additionally, debuffs on the opponent mean a ton more sand passive getting created, amping up Dust damage to greater heights. So the more Dust, more debuffs she puts on the opponent, the more prowess I believe she'll get, which can only make her hit really, really hard. So yes, those are the three masteries I think she's good with, and we all know everyone loves the damage masteries. So if she had a way to heal, oh, that would be so clutch. But that's where willpower comes in. But what are my overall thoughts? And I spoke on this a little bit earlier. I think she's a great champion. I'm gonna say that first and foremost. I think she's good, and she has a lot of potential. She's great with the damage mastery, so she's only gonna hit harder. And she has a really easy ramp up. Like, her ramp is not hard at all, but she makes the game laggy and glitchy and stuttery and every other word that every summoner hates. Like, when you use her animations will throw off your parry timing. I've had it happen in this video. Like, I've been hit multiple times and I thought I was parrying, but her animation just messed everything up, and that's not going to be fun to play with, because it's like, if you're in a high tier BGs or content, she's going to definitely make the fight harder than it needs to be. And like right here, like, it's kind of glitchy and no one wants to deal with that. Like, I think, again, she's a good champion. It's just her animations make the game worse, and I cannot in good conscience recommend a champion like that with these kind of issues. Now, this is, again, something Kabam can fix, and I'm pretty sure they probably will fix it, but right now, I'm not interested in this champion. Like, we already have enough issues in this game, and I don't need any more. But that's me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But if you did like this video, please hit the like button. And for anyone new here, if you can hit that sub button, I'll greatly appreciate it. Y'all take care. Have a great and wonderful day.